she is your Missouri Attorney General, Catherine Hanaway, and I feel like I've known her forever because I kind of have. We lose touch over some of the years, but you never forget someone like Catherine Hanaway. Hi, Catherine.
Well, you never forget somebody like Fawn Riggins either, and thank you for saying that kind remark about the longevity of how long we've known each other, and I've liked you the whole time, too, Fawn,
yeah,
which has
funny?
really been the nice part.
Yeah, that's tough to do, too. Ask a few people who don't like me. That switch gets flipped real fast. But, I really feel like it's about, I mean, I like you till you give me a reason not to, so I think you're good. I think you're good. But you've been doing an amazing job for our state. And I know, we've been looking at these. The thing that bothers me the most, I know you've been fighting with the gambling machines and all that stuff. And I'm like, that's all well and good. But these baby monitors, the baby monitor thing, that really upset me a lot when I read that.
It's crazy. Like, when I first got the information about this case, I thought, this can't be real.
That's what I thought.
It can't be real that they are using baby monitors to spy on our homes and send information back to China. But we dug into it. Nebraska also has been working on this case, and a really good investigator out of Kentucky. And what we learned is a company called DOA, which is based in China. The U.S. military says they are a Chinese military company, owned a baby monitor company called Lorex. Now, to sort of persuade Americans that it would be okay, they spun it out as a separate company. But what they didn't change was the backdoor, the technological backdoor through which DOA could receive live video and audio from these cameras. And
why would they want it, Catherine? Do they want to steal our babies? Do they want to see what we're doing? And why would you want it?
Well, that's exactly what I thought too, Fawn. I thought, do they really care about Goo Goo Gaga?
Yeah.
But what they do care about is they know which Americans are working in the defense industry, the oil and gas industry, technologically sensitive industries. And, people go home and they do talk about their work, so they're probably targeting those people. The other thing that they need to understand and want to be able to propagandize about is the kind of lifestyle that Americans are leading. And this tells them immediately, it gives them a window into private homes. And what does it look like? What does a newborn baby's nursery look like? And as they try to compete to become the biggest economy in the world, they have to understand what it's going to take. And this allows them to collect all that intelligence. I'm sure they're running it all through AI so that they can just pull out the tidbits that they need. But it's a quality of information that they could get from few other sources.
It's funny because I had a Chinese foreign exchange student, and I was always shocked at the questions he asked. Not that he was a spy, but I'm just saying he asked really, really weird questions like, what does that do? What does that do? I'm like, aren't you Chinese? Don't you guys build all this stuff? I was like, how do you not know? The Chinese people don't know that their government is this icky.
No, they don't. And the poor Chinese people who aren't a part of the government are not living a very good lifestyle. The work demands on them are tremendous. They don't enjoy the best technology in the world because China's shipping it around the world. And, one day those people are going to rise up and say, we deserve better.
Yeah, hopefully they do. And I don't know if I'll be alive when that happens or any of us who are here right now, but one day I think people are going to be tired of the crap because Xi Jinping he's lost his mind. All right. And what's the name of the company so nobody buys the camera ever?
Lorex. Lorex.
That's like the guardian of the forest. Of course they'd pick a name like that. All right. So, jeez. So what are we doing?
what are we doing? We're going to try and recover the money that Missourians have spent on these cameras and get that money back to them. So we've made claims for $1,000 per camera sold in Missouri, and we want to get it back to the people and then shut them down. But what Missourians can do for themselves right now is stop buying them and get them out of your house.
Get them out!
That's the most important
They're
thing.
watching you nurse your baby. For crying out. I don't know why my mind went there, Catherine, but it did. But they're doing that. And, a friend of mine said that sometimes their house camera will turn on when they're sitting there because, the little red light comes on. And somebody's watching you when that happens. So,
for sure.
Do they make, security cameras and stuff that we just have? I mean, do they do that, too? Go get them, Catherine.
Yeah, we're going to get them. We're going to get them, and they do make cameras that people use in their businesses. Not so much the ring-type cameras, but look for that brand and just don't buy it.
Yeah, Lorex. Yeah, well, they have a camera in my house. They're going to be scared of America. I'll tell you that right now. They'd be like, we ain't messing with those people. No, they got big old dogs and guns everywhere. All right, so, this is a huge win for us, but I do want to move on to some more topics because you do so much, and this is the last time I get to talk to you. I'm not allowed to say that on the air. I'll take that back. But you are working on a multi-state effort challenging California's overreaching Plastics Act. Everything about California's kind of makes me mad right now. I used to live there, and it was so nice, and now it's just not.
Yeah, so California doesn't, want plastics to be sold there, and then they want to hold the companies that sell them responsible for them for all time. They don't want their consumers or the government of California to assume any responsibility, and they're essentially trying to force those standards onto the rest of the country. And that's the point of our lawsuit is, okay, in California, if you want to have every single person only be able to drink out of glass bottles that they have to bring to a recycling center, fine, but don't force it on the rest of America.
Yeah, but I don't want anything California's doing. Those paper straws, you can't even finish one pina colada without 7 straws. So you're killing the trees, California. I'm just saying it for real. Ben, it's for real. And what about what about the plastic on diapers? What about my laundry detergent? What about all that?
All of those things. I mean, California's taking their state backwards, and I don't want them to take the rest of the country backwards. I mean, they want cloth diapers. They want all natural detergents.
For about a week they do.
Stuff.
Yeah,
exactly.
Have you tried cloth diapers? Oh, my God. Even a diaper genie. Sorry, God. Even a diaper genie doesn't help with that. That stench is impermeable. It takes over your house.
Yeah, because I'm old, I remember putting cloth diapers on my baby sister. So
I was definitely afraid the pin was going to open and kill him. So I stopped using them. Yeah. Anyway, California's nuts. So this law or this lawsuit that you have going on, the Plastics Act that they are trying to push on the rest of us, where are we with that?
It just got filed. We are at the very beginning stages of that. We really are.
Things take a while, too,
No, and I'll tell you, the other thing that you might have seen last week was that for Pride, the San Francisco Giants forced their players to wear rainbow hats, and a couple of the players said, those really aren't our values. Mm-hmm. And so they wrote a Bible verse on their hats. It was Genesis 9, verses 11 through 16, which is God's promise to Noah and to all of mankind.
Which is what the rainbow means.
What the rainbow means, exactly. And we wrote to Major League Baseball warned those players if they continued to write verses on their hats that they would be sanctioned by Major League Baseball. And we wrote to Major League Baseball, said, we demand some answers. We want your assurances that you won't ever do this again, that you won't punish players for free speech, particularly when you are forcing them to wear uniforms that espouse values that aren't theirs.
Right.
And got a letter back yesterday agreeing with us.
Thank
saying,
goodness.
You have our assurance we're not going to do this again.
Now, I'm fine with Pride. I'm a little mad that my rainbow got hijacked because the brown and the little circle and the flag itself has gotten kind of ugly. But I don't care how people live their life, Catherine. It affects me zero, but I don't want to be forced to do it. If you made me wear an Eagles jersey, you want to know what kind of fight you'd have on your hands? It ain't happening. And I make the equivalency to having to wear something you don't want to wear, no matter what it is. You shouldn't have to do it. That's
absolutely right.
Unless it's the official uniform, and that's that. That's the front end and back of it. And if I want to write a Bible verse on my hat, I'll write I'll write it anywhere I want, and you can't stop me. They wear it on their shoes in the NFL. Nobody says a word. So what's the difference?
No, absolutely. And in fact, that's what the law is.
Mm-hmm.
The law says that if you are forced to wear a uniform, if you allow anyone to change the standard uniform, then you have to allow everyone to have their expression of their faith.
Right.
And so, we saw Black Lives Matters patches on baseball caps. Well, that's a different expression of beliefs. So if you allow that, you have to allow the Bible verses. And that's, I think, why the Major League Baseball so quickly responded back and said, hey, you're right. We won't do this again.
Damn right. I agree Black Lives Matter, but I don't agree with people who put that out there because they were just thieves who stole your money and didn't really care about Black lives. So there's that. All right. So, Catherine, last thing I have time for in the next 3 or 4 minutes, you issued a statement about comprehensive health ruling. So do you want to let everyone know where you stand on that?
Yeah. So, before the Dobbs decision came down and allowed the states to make abortion illegal, Missouri passed 179 laws protecting women and the unborn in ways that were constitutional. So then along comes Amendment 3, abortion becomes legal again in Missouri, but these laws are still on the books. And Planned Parenthood sued to have all those laws pulled back, and we defended them. Unfortunately, we lost, and it just breaks my heart because these were very common sense laws, like the safety standards in an abortion clinic have to be the same as they are than in any other kind of medical clinic. You have to have a physician who can admit you to a hospital within 35 miles if an abortion goes wrong. You have to be able to put gurneys down the hall of an abortion clinic. The doctor has to have malpractice insurance. I mean, all the expectations that we have from medical care in any other setting. So Planned Parenthood has literally made it more dangerous to get an abortion in one of their clinics than it would be in a doctor's office.
And, I'm one of the biggest advocates against abortion, and I don't think people actually read Amendment 3 because most well-thinking people don't want to kill a baby right up until birth. And most well-thinking people want the environment to be safe and all of the things aforementioned, but they didn't read it. They just saw the word abortion, and they came out in droves to vote for it, and they didn't even read it. So it had to be gerrymandered a little bit to take the infanticide out of it, and they're like, well, we voted, we've spoken, you didn't read it. And if you agree with that, my God, be sterilized. Ew.
The good news is Missouri voters are going to have a chance to right that wrong this November.
Good.
There's a new Amendment 3 on the ballot that says no more abortion in Missouri unless there's a rape and incest or the life of the mother's at issue. The Missouri General Assembly can pass health and safety laws, and nobody can transition change the gender of a minor child.
Good.
And people need to get out and vote yes on Amendment 3.
Please, everybody. And I know people are going to run out and vote no on it just because the word abortion is in it, but read it and understand it, and please don't be a votey dumber, a dummy voter.
A votey dumber.
Yeah, I say that on purpose because that's how stupid they are. All right, Catherine Hanaway is your Missouri Attorney General. It has been my honor and pleasure to know you all these years. I think you are a gift to politics because of your strength and your mindset, and I hope you continue on to governor one day.
fun. Thank you for being a gift to all of us for such a long time. No, I've never had more fun with anyone in Missouri talking the truth and directly. Like, we can talk about the hard stuff, but you still make it fun and energetic, and I just have loved knowing you every moment of it.
Thank you so much, because I'm not a donkey, I'm an elephant. I remember everything. Thank you, Catherine.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Catherine Hanaway, Missouri Attorney General. That's your update. Amendment 3 is coming up in November. Vote your soul. Vote with your soul on this one.